right, Rodney.
Tim, how you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Doing really good.
And you won.
I did.
So that is a good thing.
Yeah, from out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
it worked out pretty good this weekend.
And let's see, you ran a 17 in semifinal, is that right?
17 in the semis and a 15 in the finals.
Very good, very good.
Yep.
So you're firmly in the teens now.
Yeah, we run teens. You know, everything's got to come together to run the teens. You know?
Right.
So we struggled the first day on Saturday here, and you know we went testing last week and ran some really good numbers to the 8th mile, and we were hoping to come here and be able to run those same numbers and put a good back half together. And the air was just so much better here this weekend that you know the power that we had in it last week was just way too much for here, and we struggled to take enough power out, you know, to get down the track. And you know, finally this morning, I just said, you know, I'm going to pull everything out of it and just basically start with almost zero on the starting line and go from there. And it worked out, so things started coming around.
All right, very good. So you're really mounting your championship defense now.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it that. We didn't do so well in Rockingham.
Right.
We went out early. I think I spun.
Yeah.
I think I spun the tire at Rockingham in the second round.
Yep.
So we got behind in points. So this kind of just catches us back up a little bit now.
Yep.
Maybe we're close, and maybe after the next race we'll be right up there with everybody else.
Sure. Well, you have pretty good consistency, so I think you will be.
If we don't try to go too fast, you know. We heard about the HTP numbers in testing, and you know, I knew that we had, if we could put our front half together that we went testing with also, then we could run right with those guys.
Yeah.
And you know, this weekend, so that's what I was trying to do. First few qualifiers, and you know, we overpowered the track every time. So we had to slow it down for eliminations, and it just worked out.
I was thinking about your old Outlaw bike last night.
Yeah.
What I can't remember now. What did you run on that bike?
We went 691 was the best that we went on that bike. 691 back in 2006.
Yeah.
So that's 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
691.
Yeah, that's pretty stout.
Yeah. Just imagine what we could be running now.
I know, right? Right.
So,
That's
yeah. Exactly.
kind of scary.
Yeah,
All right, who do you want to thank?
oh, I obviously thank my family, you know, my wife and all the kids, and putting up with me. And you know, the wife is pregnant again.
I know. Yeah, I found that out at Rockingham.
Second set of twins.
Unbelievable.
So by the end of the season, we'll have 6 kids.
Unbelievable.
You know, my dad. You know,
I hope you're printing money in the basement.
No, I'm not doing that. So so we need some big time sponsors for next year. We might not be out here doing this thing.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, obviously my pops, my dad, crew chief and everything, and then all the guys we have on the bike. You know, we got RCC this year with an intercooler and a turbocharger, the MTC clutch. You know, they didn't sponsor me a clutch, but you know, it's getting me down the track.
Right.
And Dave at Worldwide Bearings, and you know, I had to thank Orient Express for putting together, you know, the plan for and sponsoring the class this season, and Jason and all the MIR guys for keeping the track nice and tight. You know, the track was perfect all weekend, so it was great.
All right, cool.
And thank you for taking such great pictures.
Thank you very much.
Keeping everybody up to date online.
I do what I can.
Exactly.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right, Tim, thanks a
I'll
lot,
see you
buddy.
soon.
Be safe, bro.
Ciao.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, see you in Rockingham.
Oh, be safe on the way home.
Oh, I will.
Weekend's over.
Yes, sir. All right, Jeremy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Not a record-setting weekend. Were you hoping for a record-setting weekend?
It'll come, but I was trying to. It kept turning down. It's turned down way worse than what it was all day.
Oh, yeah?
And it went to 91, and it stayed on the ground.
Right. Because you were having some wheeling issues there.
Yeah, past the finish line.
Yeah.
He's making me go past.
You're supposed to turn it off when you go past the finish line.
He makes me go across the finish line on one wheel.
Huh?
So I go across the finish line on one wheel sometimes.
All right. Business as usual, pretty much, though, right? Just going down the track, winning another real street race.
Be consistent, making passes.
And the Pro Street bike, y'all had a
Had
blew
some
up,
problems.
yes, blew up a motor.
It went fast. It went 726 2 times. Then the third one, 1,000 foot, it burnt something. Bro, I don't know what it did.
Right.
About a piston or maybe, I don't know.
Right. All right. Your next race will be Rockingham.
We're going to go to the no-hate race.
What's that?
The no-hate race.
Oh, okay. Right.
Might be that
Very
one
good.
in 2 weeks.
All right.
Let's go around there and play.
All right.
I don't think Roger's gonna come, so I'll still have those 2 bikes.
Yeah, you'll find something to ride, I'm
Kobe's,
sure.
I got mine. Kobe's building it. So.
Right. Anybody to thank?
Roger for this blue machine right here. That
Yeah.
I think that's 5 straight or something.
Yeah. And anybody else?
No, not really. No. I can't think of it right now.
All right. Anything else? Anything else exciting about the weekend? Anything I don't know that you want to report on?
I rode Wayne's Viking.
Right. How was that? You had fun with it?
I red lighted first round.
That's a heavy bike, though. It probably doesn't help much
I don't
having.
like to move.
Yeah.
Throw the clutch, you get to move. It's a heavy bike.
Yeah, I bet.
Get used to it.
All right, cool, man.
Thanks.
I'll see you soon. All right, Mark. Well, I thought this was going to be your weekend,
Yeah,
but just a touch short.
Yeah, we thought so too. We did a lot of testing back home, and it was running good numbers.
Yep.
As soon as we pulled up to Maryland, it turned into a different animal. The air was different. The track was a lot stickier.
Right.
We tried to overcompensate by making changes we shouldn't have.
Right.
It wound up hurting me a little bit, but if I would have just stayed with what worked back home and just dug through whatever it took to get back to where we were, we would have been a lot better off. But I started getting better front half numbers, but in the final round, if I hit the nitrous button a little bit sooner, probably would have gave him a lot
You hit
better
it
run.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Well, as soon as I got going,
Yeah.
I didn't 60 at first. He treated me
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
If I would have came off the line a little more aggressive, got in the nitrous at the right point, I could have gave him a good run.
Right.
It was a good final. So
Yeah. That was good.
2 7-second passes on the last run. You can't.
What was the margin of victory?
791 against a 797.
Right, but you don't have the number. Well, I guess we could do math, couldn't we?
606.
What was your light?
Mine was a .131 against his .09. So that's where I lost it. That's where I first started losing.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Cool. Good talking to you.
Okay, good
I'll see you
talking.
soon.
All right.
All right, Roger. Another all RS Motorsports Real Street Final. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Actually, it didn't start out the way we thought it was going to. We struggled. We couldn't even run a 7 anything.
Right.
On testing it Friday.
Right.
Finally got Jeremy to run 790 and Mark 8.0s.
And that was because the bike wanted to wheelie, or what was the deal on Friday?
I hate to say I don't have a quick answer for that. I don't
Okay.
really know what was wrong.
Right.
The front half numbers were good and the back half numbers were dead. So we kept turning it up. As you've seen by the wheelies down track, we turned it up a little too much down track.
Yeah.
The finals, we actually got both bikes to stay on the ground from start to finish.
Yeah.
I think I turned them down maybe a little too much on both of them.
Right. All right.
But, I mean, they both did their job. I mean, they didn't have the fastest bikes all the time, especially Mark.
Right.
He
Right.
rode good this weekend, so did Jeremy.
Yep. I saw Mark's turn signal was on very early in his run.
Yep. He's coming around.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
now started activating it with the button instead of wide open throttle.
Okay. All right. Very good. You brought your grudge bike here this weekend.
We did. Not bad for his first outing. I think it might be hurt just a little bit, nothing major.
Okay.
But yeah, not too bad for his first outing.
All right. You gonna come up with a name for that bike?
Not yet.
All right. Wait till it gets painted, maybe.
He's got to earn it.
Yeah.
He hasn't earned it yet.
All right. Very good. So, and what are you gonna work on between now and Rockingham? What are you gonna? I know you're a constant fidgeter, and maybe you're gonna fidget with the real street bikes. Maybe not. What's your focus gonna be?
Working on a ZX10.
Okay.
Probably play with it real street a little bit,
Okay.
and kicking around the idea of making another pro street out of one of the 14s.
Okay.
Maybe not. Don't know.
Okay.
If nothing else, we might just swap riders on the bikes. Let Jeremy ride the orange bike.
And it's one of the brand new ZX10s.
No,
or?
it's not. We thought about going that route, but it's too hard to get parts. So
Sure.
make one-off parts and everything.
Sure.
And let the market catch up to that. We'll do that.
Sure.
It's 09.
Right. Okay. Anybody to thank? Anybody you want to thank?
Well, I mean, Kobe for building a heck of a motor,
Yep.
and my crew.
Yep.
Pretty much all it is.
All right. Anything else?
Garen for helping out this weekend. Without him, we couldn't have got everything ready as quick. Got them up here on time.
Right. All right.
That's it.
All right, man.
All right.
Good seeing
Thanks,
you.
man.
See you next time.
Appreciate it.
Ronnie,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Another win. It was a competitive race.
Oh, very.
Competitive final. Well, tell me about the final. Replay it for me.
Well, I pretty much couldn't lay on the tune-up. I mean, the track is kind of going away. You know, raining off and on.
Yep.
But I know the turbo was capable of going to 07, and I figured he was going to push it and try to back up his record. I just had to play it safe, man, and go for my 11 which is pretty stellar.
Yeah.
You know, I'm back to my 11. I'm happy. But,
Yeah. It wins races for you.
Yeah, but in the final, something happened. I don't know what it was. Got a little out of shape, and then I had a big pop.
Yep.
I got to get back to the trail and take it apart and see what's wrong.
Yep. Now this is a different motor from what you won in Rockingham with, correct?
Correct. Yeah, well, this is my main motor. This
Okay.
is Big Joe. That's the
Okay.
name of it, Big Joe. And,
What size is Big Joe?
1720.
Okay.
I was trying, I need a spare, so Dan been working on a spare for me, and we tried some new things. They just didn't work out. We had an electrical problem or something wasn't working out head-wise. So we just figured we need to go back to what we know, and we'll do the testing with the other motor later.
Okay. Anything else? Who you got to thank? Who do you want to thank?
My nephew Michael, Romeo, DTM, Fast by Gas, and Worldwide Bearings.
Okay. Any other stories from the weekend? Anything exciting?
Not that I can remember right now. All I can think about is that pop on my bike. I gotta go.
Right. Right. Good luck with that.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it, buddy.
Congratulations. How many wins you got on your street bike now?
8.
8 wins on the street bike? No kidding.
Maybe more.
No kidding.
You know,
Well, you know. I
maybe
don't-
10, 12.
So you're glad you bought it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes not, huh?
But it don't break. Only when it doesn't break.
What was your closest round today?
The one I just raced.
The final?
Yep.
It was a pretty good race.
I think so.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
the other guy.
That was good. And you had to get a push start.
Yep. Battery was dead. Hey, thanks, Royce, for letting me do that.
What did you do in the what did you do in your other classes?
Lost.
I know. At what point did you lose in your other class?
8 bikes left, I think.
All right.
Only it.
Who you got to thank?
Huh?
Who do you have to thank?
Thanks for waiting, buddy. I appreciate that.
Congratulations. Good race. Who you got to thank?
Who?
Who exactly to thank?
My lovely daughter, Brianna. Andy, my wife. John the queer. Crystal.
That's okay. We won't. That's all right. You know.
Not a queer, right?
And
You're not that chick.
who else?
You.
Well,
And the House of Speed.
no,
And Royce Miller.
we've forgotten about Rusty Conley.
And Rusty Conley.
All right.
Well, are you writing any articles? You're not writing articles.
I don't write articles. It's gonna go on a video clip. You're gonna be.
You don't see video in prison.
Let's
I
go.
can't send them the video in prison.
You can. It's true. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll figure something out.
Yep.
All right. Anything else? All right. We're gonna see you in Rockingham.
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna win this this championship?
One of them.
All right. Which one?
Probably the Top Sports.
Just that one?
Or maybe this one too. Crazy Eights.
All right, come on.
All of them.
All right. Very good. All right, man.
All right. Thanks.
I'll see you.
All right, brother.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey, do you ever wish Mike Konopacki would move down here and race My Rock Series?
I don't need a damn.
All right, very good.
I'll stand where you belong, Canada.
Yeah. All right, Boo Brown, congratulations
Thank you.
on your win. What'd you win? Pro ET?
Pro ET today.
Pro ET, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
What was your closest round today?
Probably with Dale Hamilton. Dale's a pretty good racer.
He's tough.
Went down to the wire. Well, him and Andy as well. I had two good races with those two, so it's pretty good. Both of them went down to the finish line. I actually missed a gear on Andy. He won, and Dale, he ran out. So I lost to Andy in Street ET. So I was going for a double up today, but didn't get it. But we'll take the one win. So
All right. And you said this is the first My Rock win of the year,
first of the year.
and and you got that out of the way.
I just stated that if I can win one a year, I'm happy. That's it.
All right, but usually
if
end
I
up-
can win one a year. That's the ultimate goal every year is to win one race. If I can win one race, that's more than thousands of people out here at every race. So
And it's May 1st, so you're doing pretty good.
May 1st, the second race, I placed third twice at the first one and first here. So
many-
hopefully it's the start of a good season.
Absolutely. How many wins a year would you say you average?
In the My Rock series, at least, I mean, for the last 8 years, I probably averaged 2 to 3 at least. And been a couple years where I've won more than that, so
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good times.
Very good.
Love My Rock. Thanks for everything, too.
I mean, who else would you like to thank?
All my sponsors, FBR Shop, JT Motorsports, Rock Performance, Snitch Racing. I mean, first and foremost, I should have said my dad. My dad helps me with everything. My brother, everybody in my camp just helps out. Andre Carter, Chuck at House of Speed, Artistic Creation, Divine Polishing, all the guys just helps me out so much. So
All right, very good.
I wouldn't be able to do it all by myself.
No, of course not.
CJ
Absolutely.
Johnson, Carlos, everybody.
All right, very good. Seems like I had another question I was going to ask you, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. You know, when I was doing my magazine, we had just started doing Boo's racing tips.
Yeah. we're still on that same tip. You just have to go out there and race your lane. You don't
Right.
ever think about who you're racing.
Right.
You start worrying about that guy in the next lane, you're 50% defeated already because you're
Right.
worried about it. Just get out
Right,
there
right.
and run your race, run your bike. In the bracket class, that's all it is. You just got to cut a light and run your number.
Right.
So it'll come out in the end if you do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Always
Anything
the same
else?
thing. That's it.
All right, man.
Just good luck. Appreciate everything, Tim.
Well, pleasure.
All right.
Mac, first off, I want to thank you for squeezing me in here at Classic Collision to get my Astrovan door handles fixed.
No problem. That's not a problem at all. That's
Right.
what we do.
It's Monday after the Maryland race weekend, and you won Pro ET on Saturday night.
Yes.
You also had your Pro Mod bike there, so tell me about your weekend.
Can't complain, really. Started out the weekend, basically trying to be optimistic with both of the bikes. The Pro ET bike that I won on, I've owned for probably about a year and a half now. Bought it from a fellow that's a friend of mine, and bought it to be a little bit faster for this whole Top Sportsman because they keep lowering the bump.
Sure.
When I first bought it and got it, made 8 passes on it. Unfortunately, blew apart. So I took it to longtime engine man Rick Smith that just is great. Put it back together, had nothing but problems all last year, thought it was an electrical problem, ended up being a broken rocker arm. So after having a bike for a year and a half, I hadn't been out on it down the track. So going into this weekend for the first time to take it down the track, you know, to come out and run consistent 8.0s, 7.90s is just a testament to Rick Smith, and you know, really happy. We ended up going 8 rounds, winning the race, and ironically in the 6th round, the fella I beat, the guy's name is Brian Knoles. He is the fella I bought the bike from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know, it was kind of like,
pleased.
yeah, no, it was a little bit of redemption. We joked and laughed for a minute, but I took him out with a really close race. So I was happy with that. So you know, going into Sunday morning after racing, I think it was like 1 o'clock. Going into Sunday morning, we had to get up early, thrash on the Pro Mod, made some changes. Terry Stemper with Innovative Performance is just unbelievable, and we made some changes, came out and you know shook it down. After our best prior to that was 4:24, we went 4:16, 170.
Nice.
Really happy with that. Long time coming, you know, between you know my crew, you know, with George is my brother, you know, my wife, my daughter, just pulling our hair out and the whole 9 yards, spending every last dollar that I probably could put into something, you know, nice vacation home. We keep dumping it into racing, and in one short 8th mile pass, it all seemed worth it. Unfortunately, you know, we made some changes there. First round went 4:25. Come back second round, turns out we had a broken cam chain, found that in the water. So kind of put a damper on the Pro Mod situation for the weekend, but not, you know, at the end of the day, winning Saturday night and turning around running career best on Sunday. I'm elated.
Step in the right direction for sure.
Absolutely. I don't think there could have been any more cap to the weekend. You know, we kind of joked about it Sunday morning after the 4:16. It was like, okay, we're done. Let's just leave on the high we have right now. So here we are with, you know, a hurt motor, and we're thrashing on it because we got 3 days to get ready for ADRL. So, you know, we're looking forward to that this weekend.
All right, and the 16 was how many passes on the bike?
That was the 5th pass on the bike.
Wow, that's pretty good.
5th pass, full pass on the bike, and once again, it's just really a testament. It goes back to, you know, Terry, Casey, and his wife Karn. They're all Innovative Performance, and Terry's making the tuning calls. I'm just the lucky guy that gets to sit behind the handlebars. I'm not taking 1 ounce of credit for that, you know. So 5 passes later, you know, we really were hoping to swing for the fence there against, you know, Mark in the 2nd round after him putting up that 4:07. It was kind of like, all right, what are we going to do? So whether or not we were going to go better than that 16, I can't answer, but we certainly made some changes to do so.
Right.
But I'm excited about the series, excited about the class, MyROC as a whole. You know, I've been a fan since day one. I've raced, you know, the MIR races back when they only ran on a Sunday. So, you know, and what Jason and Royce and the Millers and now Steve has really, you know, kind of breathed a little bit more life back into the series. You know, I feel it's definitely, you know, something I should do to support, and I can't thank them enough. The payout, just the organization. I mean, it's just so well run.
Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely so well run.
Yeah,
So,
they know what they're doing.
yeah, no doubt.
And 2 great events now to start the year off. Big event in Rockingham. Big crowd, spectator crowd in Rockingham.
Yeah.
Big bike count. Best non-July spectator crowd I've ever seen on Saturday at Maryland. So.
Absolutely. That's what we said too. We were like, man, this isn't even their you know, big July deal that they have with WPGC, and looking around, and I kind of felt that when it's, you know, 12 o'clock and I'm 6 rounds deep in Pro ET to just go, man, there's a lot of bikes. And I found that out, and it was, you know, late night, 1, 2 o'clock to get back up and do it again, and you know, and they should reap that benefit, you know, for making all the right calls and putting together such a great show.
Yeah,
You know?
and an all-wheelie bike final on Pro ET on Saturday.
Absolutely, Willie
It's
Barr.
becoming kind of rare.
Yeah, you know, and that's it's funny that you say that, because we were down to 4 bikes, and you know, I kind of was noticing, we're looking around, and you know, I hate to say this, but when Dale Hamilton kind of checked out, it's like, all right, well, there's the last really, you know, guy that's consistent, no bar, so he's out, and I even poked fun, you know, in the final round with the fellow that I had in the final round. I'm like, well, at least the old school barred bikes are still here, so. You know, I'm definitely a fan of that. And again, going back to the testament of MIR at that time of night, I was 112, 113, 60 foot. The track was glued.
Right.
I actually found myself a couple of times, even on the Pro Mod and the bracket bike, having to get up off the bike to roll into the beams.
Right, right.
So, you know, for that, I'm grateful. You know,
Right.
it's generally the other side of the fence, especially when the dew starts coming in. So, you know, the track conditions really helped me with the wind. The bike was just dead consistent.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Anybody else to thank for helping you out this weekend?
As usual, I always like to thank my family. You know, my wife, my daughter. You know, they really put up with what I do. I've dragged my wife into the class and you know of racing, and we did a Mustang for her, and she actually kind of had a nice birthday gift for me there in January, and her and I went down to Frank Hawley School, which I've done a couple of times for different classes.
Right.
And she drove a Supercomp Dragster and went 850s in that.
No kidding.
Yeah, I really couldn't be more proud to watch her do that and kind of get into that. And I drove a alcohol funny car, and ended up getting my alcohol funny car license and went 612, 227 in that, and you know 399, 188 in the 8th mile. And years ago, I never would have thought that 8th mile was so important. I always knew, you know, paid attention to that number, but man, just to know that I've been 3s and you know in the car was just so exhilarating. And the parachutes coming out, you know, those guys that do what they do in those Pro Mod cars and those funny cars, commend them. It's unbelievable.
So you thinking you might do some of that?
In the future, you know, I get a little bit more patience and a whole lot more money. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind doing it. Yeah, my wife's, you know, pretty much known that's ultimate. My ultimate goal is I do want to run alcohol funny car, and I don't know how far off for right now. I'm just going to spend my time hanging onto these bikes, and if my body stays with me, I'll stay with the bikes for a good bit of time. If not, it's a little easier to gain a little weight, get in the car, and put a helmet on. You know.
Right.
No, but.
So I'm going to see you hanging over the fence watching the Pro Mod cars this weekend in Reading.
Absolutely. Yes, I go for as much to race, you know, for the show as much to race. I mean, what those guys do is just awesome, and ADRL as a whole is just really good, and it's good for the whole motorcycle deal. You know what they've got going on there, and you know when you're going out there and running the best of the best, it's you know when you go to a MyRock race and the average right now seems to be high teens. That's ADRL making everybody step their game up, and it's just filtrated into MyRock, and there's no minor leagues anymore. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be there. I look forward to seeing you there, and
it's going to be a good weekend.
Definitely. You know, Maple Grove's a great track. Got lots of trees.
Oh, it's beautiful, right?
Yep. Got lots of trees, lots of oxygen, so we all should haul the mail with any luck.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, yeah, and lastly, just once again, I hate to reiterate it, but Innovative Performance. You know, their chassis top notch. You know, if anybody needs a chassis to run Pro Mod, they're definitely the ones to go with from affordability and just the end result. It's a Cadillac. So
cool.
Definitely.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Good talking to you. Thank you.
Well, thank you.